Welcome everyone. Look at this insane case study. This is not an English-based site. It's a French site, right? They produce content in French. They first started doing SEO in around May 2024. They were at around, let me see here, less than 1,000, or actually 2,000 monthly organic search traffic. And they're now at almost 24,000. So the increase in traffic was absolutely insane. And I keep telling you guys, produce content in different languages. Don't just go for English, right? The international based markets are so untapped. French speaking markets, Spanish, Portuguese, Greek, Mandarin, Turkish, I don't care, right? Anything but English, right? These guys are in a very valuable niche, which you can tell by the value of the traffic right here. You can see that these 23,000 in monthly organic search traffic just off of Google, right, has a value of 4,000. Meaning, if you, a competitor, were to want to pay Google for these 103,000 keywords, right, to get this much traffic, you'd have to pay every single month $4,000, right? So almost $50,000 a year you'd have to pay to get this traffic that you're getting for free, right? And this is just the start. Again, they started right here. This is when they first bought our product, which I mean, if you watch the channel, you know what it is. It's called Arvo. Helps you with your SEO, produces content on autopilot. There's a bunch of stuff for you, which I won't go over right now. Point being is that they started leveraging AI for SEO. Now, could they have achieved these results without Arvo? 100%. This is not a magic tool. Anything this does, you can do manually. The thing is that this just saves you a ton of time, right? We just use AI to save you a ton of time, right? And it just, again, you can see, right, from here to here, it's an insane increase in traffic, right? Insane, right? Again, most of it comes from the French market because they are a French-speaking business, right? I can't reveal the business. I'll just say they're in the precious metals market. So hopefully you can get a sense of what it is. And you can see here the insane amount of citations they're getting, right? Because there's a high correlation between how well you perform on the classic Google and Bing search, right? How well you do on ranking on Google and Bing, and how well you perform on these LLMs, right? How the number of citations you get on ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, Claude, right? There's a high correlation between it, right? So if you want to rank on these LLMs, you got to rank on Google first. And you can go watch this video right here, which I'll leave in the description, going over exactly how to rank on these LLMs. There's some nuance to this. There's some things you can do to improve your mentions here. But again, just know that there's a high correlation between these two, okay? Now, I want to go over basically what they did, okay, without showing you what the site is. So this is their site. Again, I have to blur a bunch of stuff right here so you don't see what they're all about, right? But this is their site, so the site exists, okay? Now I want to go here, and I want to go into Ahrefs, and I want to go into the top pages, just to show you exactly what they did. Why are they succeeding so well? Now, granted, you'll see right here that some of the keywords they rank for are in different languages. So French, but this one is in Portuguese. This, I mean, I have to blur this, otherwise you understand what it is, right? They're ranking 12th for a keyword with almost 5K in monthly organic search traffic, right? With a value of almost $70, right? And this page, it's so their business name /PT, so /Portuguese, and then a keyword in Portuguese, right? This is a Portuguese page. So they're leveraging Arvo to produce content in different languages. If I go here real quick and just go here, you can use it to produce blog posts in any language you want. So I go here to configuration, see the settings, actually right here, then content. You can produce content in any language you want, right? Let's just do, for example, Portuguese, right? Then you can set the target country to Portugal, because producing content, for example, in English, right, it's very different to target the US or the UK, because there's different customs in each country. So this is also very important. So again, it allows you to produce content in multiple different languages. That's what they did right here. Their content is produced using Arvo and is in Portuguese right here. They're targeting multiple European countries. This one is in Italian. For whichever reason, they're doing it in Italian as well. There you go. And the reason why I know these guys are using our software is because the article, let me just translate this to English real quick here. This is in Italian. The article structure is the exact same article structure we use on Arvo. So key points, H1s, H2s, bullets, tables, quotes, right? In-article links, in-article images, all of this is the exact same format. And again, I know this because I look at this and I also look at the backend, and I know they're paying us on a monthly retainer to publish content to their site. But if I go here and if I show you an example, right? Articles, let's just see, for example, articles, let's just go, for example, let's, for example, do this right here. There you go. Gardening tips for added soils. Intro, key takeaways, the H2s, the in-article images, bullets, tables, sometimes quotes, in-article videos that are relevant to what the content is about. So this article is about gardening tips for arid soils, and all the images, all the content, even the YouTube videos, right, desert gardening tips, right, are all tailored to what the content is about. And sure, you can do all this manually. You can go and find the videos, put them in your articles. You can go find the images, put them here, add the alt text. You can write the whole thing. You can create links, right? You can add the internal links. You can add the external links. Or you can just use Arvo to just do it for you automatically, which is exactly what they did. Now, they automated the whole thing with an automatic blog, which I'll go over in a second right here. But even if you don't use Arvo to write the content, right, you can just use it to edit. I click here on revision, and what I can do is, let's say I wrote all the whole thing and I don't like it, right? I can just select parts of the article and I can say add links. I can add my keywords, so I can sprinkle in my keywords, for example, my gardening 9000 tool, right? And the AI will find a way to place this keyword inside this paragraph. I can rewrite it, I can make it simple, make it shorter, make it longer, make a list. I can even add custom prompts like rhyme every word with orange, or I make this more tailored to beginners, right? I can change the whole thing. I can change images, so this is an AI-based image. I can just say, add a pool of water, right? Boom. And I can change things around. And the AI will take into account the existing image that's right here and the existing context of the article to change things. This is possible solely for now in AI-based images, which you can choose, right? You can do AI-based images, you can do like your own images, and there you go, right? Boom. That's that. Now you can even use the AI assistant to just speak back and forth with it and change the whole thing. Say, for example, I don't like the intro, make it more beginner friendly, right? And the AI will change the intro, right? You can just say, hey, add an image here, add a link there, link to my product site, I don't know, whatever.com. Make sure to add a paragraph that talks about why gardening in the desert can be expensive, and link to XYZ, add an image, whatever. You can just basically speak back and forth with it, and it will change the whole article if you wish. And you can just apply or decline their tips. And by the way, I think this is free. So with any free Arvo account, you can do this. So yeah, it's thinking, but it'll do it. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, again, what they did is they used the blog automation tool, where basically it allows you to have an automatic blog. And I won't go over this. You can watch the tutorials right here, excuse me. But what this does is you can set it so Arvo right here is connected with your website. And every single day, week, hour, it's generating and publishing content to your blog, right? And again, if we expand on these, all the articles have a featured image, a table of contents, key takeaway section, proper content structure with in-article images, in-article links, bullets, tables, quotes, right? The articles will be interlinked between each other. They will link out to external sources. For example, if this is an article about finance, right? They link out to, I don't know, Bloomberg. Maybe they'll link out to TechCrunch, right? All this, all done for you. Again, can you do this manually? Of course you can. AI doesn't do magic. AI just accelerates the process at which you can do the things you do. And we see the power of AI in case studies like this right here. Again, they joined in May of 2025, right? 2024, excuse me. And just look at how well they're doing, right? In French, Italian, Spanish, Dutch, right? Because they're targeting European markets, right? It's such a niche thing not writing in English, which I'm not sure why more people don't do it, especially now with AI, which is a simple tool like this right here, which allows you to pretty simply just produce content in, again, the weirdest languages that you might never heard of before, right? And there's markets for this, right? Swedish, I don't know, Slovakian, Russian, I mean, Portuguese, Polish, I mean, you get the point. Like targeting the international market is a great deal, and you see this by this right here. Again, this is not worthless traffic. Again, if you were to pay Google for all this traffic on a monthly basis, you have to pay $4,000 a month. So this site is very valuable. Plus all the mentions and the citations they're getting on these LLM engines that are fruits of the labor they've done here in the classic SEO aspect of things, right? And they're basically using Arvo to produce blog posts, to produce content about their business, about their niche. That's basically all they're doing. Simple, yes. Easy, not really. And so 2 things now, if you want to learn more about SEO, how to do all this stuff, go watch this video. If you want to like try Arvo, you can use the coupon code. Let's just do France. The coupon code is France, and you get an instant 50% off for your first month. There you go. That's it. Please comment, like, subscribe, watch this video if you want to learn a bit more about SEO, how to do all this stuff. Use the code France for 15% off, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.